Paul 70stastic here. Welcome back to the channel. Here today to talk about the 1980 Plymouth Duster. This was the first car I ever bought. I bought it in 2003 for $375. This car is one of 5,000 Plymouth Dusters produced in 1980. Plymouth Dusters originally started out as a body platform from 70 to 76 as a version of the Valiant that you could buy that was an economy car and also a performance car if you optioned it so. In 1979 and 1980, the Duster's popularity was enough that they brought it back as an option package on the Plymouth Volare, much like they had the Valiant back in the day. 1980 Plymouth Duster is basically just a Plymouth Volare, but you do get the cool metal Duster symbols and a few extra options that were a really good price back in the day. In 1980, this is one of the cheapest cars you could buy. These cars got a pretty bad rap when they first came out. Some of it justified, most of it not. They're not a terrible car, and you can still see quite a few of these on the road today. So this car is powered by a 225 cubic inch slant 6 engine. Mopar produced an insane amount of these engines, and they put them as the base model engine for most cars. This 225 cubic inch slant 6 is actually only rated for 85 horsepower, but it does okay. These engines are known for outlasting the cars by quite a bit. The transmission is a 904 automatic transmission, just a very basic 3-speed automatic with a lockup clutch torque converter. When this car was new, it actually got 24 miles a gallon according to the original owner. I finished restoring this car to the condition you see it now in 2009. After it was in a really disgusting burgundy color. I repainted it black, put some stripes on it. I had it painted at a local shop. The results aren't perfect, but the car looks pretty good, and I do daily drive it quite a bit. The wheels on the Duster are actually off a 1972 Plymouth Satellite. This style of wheel was optional on the Dodge and Plymouth vehicles back in the 70s, so it's not a stretch to put them on this car, even though in 1980 this would have had an alloy wheel if you had ordered it with Rally. I love the Rally wheel, and I consider it the most beautiful wheel ever made. Even though these are a bit rough, I did repaint the steel sections of it, but the center caps are original. BF Goodrich Radial TA is my absolute favorite tire, so of course I had to put them on the Duster. The interior of this car is original, save for the carpet, the dash pad, and the back deck, which I did recoat with vinyl and fresh carpeting. The original plaid interior is in surprising condition for a 40-year-old vehicle. I love the burgundy interior in this car. The deep red is really amazing. Since this car is a base model with minimal options, it didn't even have a center console, so I made one custom for it back in the day. The steering wheel is a traditional Grant custom wheel, and it looks great in the car. The original 2-spoke wheel was pretty plain, so I switched it out. The original speedometer only went to 85 miles per hour, and was actually off by quite a bit. I calculated how much it was off, and just printed on cheap paper an actual new gauge speedometer face. The numbers are actually in the correct location for the speeds. This car originally had an AM 8-track radio with 4 channels. Actually had 4 speakers, which was unheard of in 1980. Since the 8-track player didn't work, I put in a little bit more modern cassette player so I can play my cassettes in it. I chose a more subtle looking cassette player so it wouldn't stand out on the dashboard as being completely different from the rest of the style of the vehicle. Future plans for the Duster include going all through the body and the suspension and everything and restoring it to absolute perfection. While the paint doesn't look terrible on the car, it does have a lot of flaws and a lot of subpar bodywork that I did when I was teaching myself auto body back in 2008 and 2009. These cars are noted for having structural rust, and this car is no exception. So I do plan on rebuilding the frame rails. Even though this was just a cheap car, everyone everywhere just loves looking at the car, and it always draws attention whenever I drive it. I do love the sleek styling of this car, and the black with white stripe really is eye-catching. It turns heads everywhere it goes. Well, I hope you enjoyed that look at the 1980 Plymouth Duster. Keep an eye out because I do have more videos planned too, and just going to keep filming and filming. So, see you next time.